Hey everybody, welcome back. So when we last left off, we were en route to completing out the garment district, and I'm very close. I had to do quite a bit, as you can see up here. It's day 390. I think I left you off at day 354 or something like that. I've had to do quite a bit of management, and unfortunately taxes came due about 10 days ago at this point in game time, and I had to pay 18 million, which making $1 million a day, obviously it really took a lot of time. So we need to do what I think, as I could just notice that building that's available for rent, I think we need to do something a little bit different in terms of what we've been doing. Instead of buying out all the businesses and just going that route and then renting these buildings and leaving them empty, we're just going to fill in all the buildings, to be quite honest. It only makes sense. I mean, we need the 80 businesses in the first place. We're really only waiting for the green salad, which right now is worth 13 million. And then we have the other green salad, which is 14 million. And then lastly, the busy goat, which is 4.1 million. So it's not too much that we're waiting for on the retail side. I think there's a few other office businesses in here somewhere. Oh yeah, this florist. And also this third green salad. I forgot about this guy at another 13.5 million. So basically between the three green salads, we're looking at close to 40 million just to somehow get them, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, why are these little salad joints worth so much? It is kind of bonkers. So what we're going to do today is a few things. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to each one of these rented empty retail spaces, and we're just going to create a business, and we're going to have fun with that. We're just going to mess with it. I have bought out a few businesses since the last video just to get the ball rolling on these other ones while I was waiting for, you know, tax time and whatnot. But beyond that, we're not going to care what we fill up these businesses with. We are our only competitor for most of these, so it doesn't matter. The other thing we need to do, if we look at our logistics, or sorry, not our logistics, excuse me, our HR managers, we only have one left that only has 37 slots available. So at this time, I've already done this. I've already started the process. I am training up 4 HR managers right now. And the only reason why I'm only doing 4 is we only have enough spots for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total spots for HR managers slash headhunters in this particular location. So the other thing I was thinking, and the other thing we need to do, going back to the map here, is I've already gone ahead and rented out 2 spaces here in Midtown, and now I gotta find them. Here we are. So these 2 buildings here, both 660 square meters. We are going to turn them into more HR managers. Now, I'm not sure exactly what to do in regards to the current level of headhunters that we have, because we could certainly move them. Don't get me wrong. That would not be a problem whatsoever, to be quite honest. I'm almost wondering if it makes sense to get them their own office, which thankfully for quite some time now, I've really ignored the space that I rented, but this is also a 660 square meter space. So what we could do is have 2 more HR offices, which would be more than enough HR managers for now, at least, and create a headhunter office over here in the garment district. Now, the other thing, and the reason why I mistakenly said logistics managers, is I made a change to our logistics structure, and it's a rather significant change. Now, I didn't want to record that simply because it took quite some time, and we're talking, I had Notepad++ open. I wrote down how much of every item each store was doing, how much I would need for each warehouse that those stores are being served from, and then how much I needed to get from the purchasing agents. It was a whole spiel, and it was I felt like I was working on Excel spreadsheets, to be quite honest. It was pretty thorough. But what we've gone ahead and done is we've changed the other warehouse. We've gotten, it's not gone. We still are renting it and whatnot. And we haven't actually functionally changed the inside either. All the stuff is still sitting in there. We went ahead and took one of the warehouses that we rented out that was still a two truck garage, if you will. And we've turned it into a central warehouse. Now, if we look at this warehouse, we'll notice that the inventory is everything. What I went ahead and did is I went to Christian Bahood and I had it fix up the entire place with all the shelvings and everything. So the whole thing is decked out and pallet shelves. So now we are looking at an ability to basically ship everything from this warehouse to the other warehouses. Now, what that does, for us at least, and it's not going to be like the most permanent or excellent solution because we're going to have more of one type of business than the others. For instance, like I only have like 3 or 4 jewelry stores versus like 11 or 12 alcohol / hair care product places, which I could also separate those out. I still have that ability to do that, which I probably will do. But for now, we're just going to keep it as is because the structure was easy to deal with. But if we look at our structure now in our logistics stations, now everything is served from a singular warehouse for each business falling within its categories. So like the gift and flower shops, the fresh food shops, jewelry stores, clothing stores, electronic stores, fast food, alcohol and hair care, all within a single warehouse, everything that they need. So for instance, at Shop Smart Del Mart, we're getting whiskey, beer, ice cream, paper bags, wine, where it's all in one location, which is making this much easier and also makes it so we can at least have per category 16 stores for each delivery. I know I need to change this. I know I'm still using a van here. Right now we're not pressed, but we have the ability to get another truck, which would give us 16 at that destination. But 16 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, you're looking at quite a bit of locations. Like, what is that? 122, something like that. I don't know. 122 businesses though can be served from this structure now, as opposed to how we were doing it, where we were double dipping. For some of the stores, they were getting, you know, stuff from the fast food and the fresh food. And it was a silly venture. Eventually it made sense when we were much smaller, when we only had like 20, 30 stores. But as we grew, I became to realize that we really needed to change the structure big time. So thankfully we've gone ahead and done that. So that is all fixed up and spruced up. So now, knowing that, let's look and see. Actually, let's go back to the map. The map is a lot easier to see this on. So now we need to fill out these empty retail stores. And I've already gone ahead and started on one here, which I just called Fast and Easy Foods, because there was no fast food location here on 3rd Street at all. So might as well start one there. I will be blueprinting all of these, simply because it's going to take so much extra time if we go in and do individual, you know, store interiors and whatnot. And it's a whole video on its own, essentially. So we're just going to go ahead and blueprint what we can and move forward with that. So looking on this street now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 retail locations that we can open up stores with. We're just going to click this one for now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 options with what we have here. So we're just going to go straight down the line. Why not? It's easy. It makes it a lot easier to deal with and makes it just straightforward. So first business is going to be a gift shop. So let's call this Thrifty Gifts. Boom. You want to change the schedule. I've also been doing this, by the way. a while ago now, many videos ago, someone suggested that I just do 24 hours for every business to increase the amount of money I'm making every day. I've started to do that as well. I am basically at the point where I really want to just push through getting this district taken care of and trying to move on to the next districts, because I know at this point the gameplay loop is just this. So I need to find a way to make it interesting, because we are about 14 days away from early access 0.5, which from what I've read will include a new type of gameplay mechanic, which is going to be rivals. I'm really looking forward to rivals, because that'll absolutely change the game. Being able to compete with actual competition versus what we're dealing with now. It's yet to be seen what that's going to look like, but for now, I'm looking forward to that, and I will be doing a brand new playthrough series for that, since it'll be completely new, and I just want to start from scratch, the whole experience from scratch. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well when I start it, but it's, I think, going to be pretty fun. Anyway, let's get our logos going here. Let's change that font color. Let's change that to white. Go with Rubik. We'll save that. Looks good. Schedule's good. Temporary close is great. Perfect. So I find it easier, instead of trying to remember all the places that I'm going to be opening here, I'm just going to go to Christian Behood and do one at a time here. So we need to find thrifty gifts in this case. You could see how many places I have now. There it is, pretty much at the bottom. We're going to select it for tomorrow. And we'll do rustic. $157,000 for this one. Pretty crazy. Oh, there's a couple other things I forgot to mention before I continue on. Circuit City and Brooklyn Cuts Midtown have been increased. Forgot to do that. Oopsie. But we are looking at full 24-hour service for every single day. Thankfully, I literally only finished this just yesterday, so I didn't actually miss anything, but it looks like I did. But we got full 24-hour coverage for Circuit City, which should increase our overall revenue from this place by hopefully quite a bit. I mean, we'll see. And then we have Brooklyn Cuts Midtown. Same situation is going to occur. I'm in the process of training those people up. So that's who I was training. Trying to remember what I'm doing here. There we go. All these hairstylists, customer service, cleaning, security guards, etc. That's all for Brooklyn Cuts Midtown. So that's what we're going to be doing there as well. We'll have that as 24 hours full service. So that'll be hopefully a nice boon for our income. All right. So the next place here, just going to move down the line. Got the gift shop there. Going to open up this clothing store. Let's call it Funky Threads and Things. Oh, Funky Threads. Yeah. Yet again, 24 hours every single day. And we'll do a background of that logo, that font. I'll do Noto Serif. Boom. Done. Next business. Gonna open up another coffee shop. Let's call it Frothy Fraps. Frappuccinos. Frothy Fraps. All right, so now we'll change the settings here. Gray? No. Let's do a white background, font color black. Save that, that's fine. Let's go with 24 hours again, and Sunday is open as well, and we're good there. Next business. Another electronic store. Perfect. So let's call this one Digital Trends. Oh, you can tell this is a location that used to be a nightclub. Oh, did I change? There we go. I don't know if I did that for the other places. I guess we'll find out. All right, that's set and good to go. So Digital Trends is open. All right, so this one I believe is also an old nightclub. It'll be another fast food restaurant. So this will be Pizza. Don't sue me, Little Caesars. I love you. All right, and it's a hot dog for some reason. Let's change this one to that. Boom. Background will be black. Font white. Anton font. Perfect. Let's change that schedule. Yep, it was a nightclub before. Boom, boom, good. Close. Next, we have a florist. Prickly Thorns. Sprinkly with Illinois. Let's try that. There you go. I think that's right. Perfect. We'll leave that logo. It looks fine to me, even though it's kind of ugly. Boom, boom. Let's at least do this. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. We're good. So we got that one done. Next. I just realized that was an unrented building. Hey, we lucked out there. Another fruits and vegetable store. Let's call this Fresh Mart 5th Ave. Perfect. There we go. Looks good there. I'll keep that logo. That's totally fine. And we have a new hairdresser, so we'll call this Brooklyn Cuts First Street. Easy peasy. 24 hours. And that's a really, really, really ugly logo. Oh yeah, we're doing that same, where is it? There we go. Background, font, Anton, boom. The one consistent business we have. All right. So we've gone ahead and covered this whole street now with businesses. We still have more that we can do. But I think for the moment, yeah, let's just do this final one. Start a new business. We already have that hairstylist. We'll do, or hairdresser, excuse me. We'll do a jewelry store here. Let's call this 4th Street Jewelers. I think it's becoming apparent that things are getting kind of repetitive in the naming scheme. We'll do a, yeah, that looks better. Background black. Go with Rubik. Boom. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. I understand that we also have these other locations that we can do, like these empty offices that have no business yet. We're going to leave that for now, just for now. And I'm only leaving it merely because I'm more focused on the retail, as the office businesses don't generate nearly enough income for me. And I'm not terribly worried about them just at the moment. At least when they're in this small format, it doesn't make sense for me to do that. I'm not going to touch these retail locations that I've rented out that are in Murray Hill. Currently, I will rent this building by snagging it though. I'm always trying to snag whatever comes up, simply because I know I'm going to be taking it over, so it only makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys too. We'll just do a quick browse. That, oh boy, look at that. That's 1,000 square meter building right there. Oh boy, that's going to be a tough one not to use right now. But we're going to focus at the moment. Maybe we'll do this one here after we take care of the others. Oh, look at all these. Just open. No reason not to. Guys, if you ever are struggling with, you know, anything with related to getting to 80 businesses or whatever the goals are, if you are making enough money, just rent the buildings. Just rent them. Hold on to them if you need them. You're going to lose money, yeah, per day. And yeah, over time, if you don't do anything with them and you're not increasing your revenue over that period of time, of not doing anything with them, yeah, it's going to hurt, but they're there, they're rented, and they're not going to be taken by another business that will do something as silly as be worth $14.2 million for a salad joint. Just take them. Anyway, so we got all these good. So now let's talk to Christian Bahood. I understand that I said I was going to do it one at a time. I decided not to because I'm stupid. We're also going to get out of the car so it's not so loud. Let's just go inside our little apartment here. There we go. So let's look for the first one. Funky threads. We're going to install tomorrow and we're going to be expensive. Yep. Works for me. Next one. Digital trends. Modern. Perfect. Yes. That was weird. Prickly thorns. We'll do nature. Perfect. All right. So we got through Christian Bahood. I just wanted to go through where we stand before I do the employees here. So I am a few days after I hired the employees, but I'm still going to show you a time lapse of that. I unfortunately lost audio from the prior recording, but where we're at now, all that stands is the green salad trifecta here, the $40 million franchise apparently. And essentially everything else is ours. I did buy hortensias here, so we got that going. Everything should be good with logistics, as if you could see here. Let's close this here so you can see a little better. The only thing that's holding these back are that they are temporarily closed. So they have all of the logistics set and good to go with them. Now, where we stand on our objective of 80 businesses, we are 3 businesses away. So we are really, really close. We're making 9.2 million in weekly income now. I have finally fixed finished training the hairstylists, etc. at Brooklyn Cuts Midtown. So now they're making an average of 155,000 a day. Circuit City is now up to 200,000 a day. Doing pretty well there. Our economy is looking pretty good. Making a good chunk per day here. You could see here it's just steadily climbed up, but a little bit down there from day 398, but that's okay. Yesterday was a Sunday. We're back on the normal week. So I'm gonna have to put in this money so that we don't lose to negative interest here. So let's do that real quick. Let's see what Tony wants. Okay, you want a water cooler. That's cool. Anyway, let's put in a new investment. I've just been putting it in Lace Global, to be honest. I haven't really seen a noticeable loss yet. So let's do 3708924. Leave 100,000. That should be fine, because when we train, obviously we're looking at like a $70,000 dip. Now, the other thing that I need to do after I get these people trained up is obviously to go through and get them on the schedule. That's going to take quite some time. But beyond that, we only really have 3 businesses to go so we can reach that objective. I could just start 3 businesses right here, right now. I mean, look at this. Just rent it. So I could just start these 3 businesses. I don't even need to fill them out. I don't need to do anything, to be honest. It would count for the objective. So let's do it. Who cares? Let's start another clothing store. Let's call this Murray Clothes. 24 hours. Sunday, perfect. We'll just leave that as is for now. Start another one, electronics. Let's call this Electronica. Another 24 hours, open Sunday. Stay with that as well. And then finally, let's do fast food. Murrayburg's 4th Street. Boom. Now, whether or not this counts, and it's not. Bummer. Wonder why. Well, it says 80 there. Run 80 businesses. Maybe I have to open them probably. All right. Well, that's fair. That's fair. At least it's not so cheapy, but we'll get through these days here and get everyone scheduled on, and we'll meet back up here when that's done. So see you in a few. All right, guys, welcome back. So I have finally gotten through, which felt like almost an hour of going through. And I got everyone into their respective businesses. So now all I have left are the 3 Murray Hill businesses here, and then the Happy Harpy, which I haven't gotten through yet. Looks like we're out of wine here. I'll take care of that in a minute, but let's look at the account overview. So we made a revenue of 1.4 million. And it looks like, yeah, we're doing business. We've got money coming in through those new businesses so far, which is good. Not very much here at the 5th Avenue Market, surprisingly, but no bother. We got them taken care of. So at this point, let's see if any of the businesses that we want to take over that are too expensive have either gone down or, yes, green salad did there. That's good. We're also looking to see if, oh, even better, that one went down as well. If they go out of business. So all these went down. So now it's a 30 million instead of a 40 million franchise, which I believe we can buy out one of them if we really, really wanted to. I'm inclined to let them slip down a little bit more if possible. I'll pay attention to them for sure. But yeah, as it stands, really the only hurdle is the green salad. And then we control the entirety of the garment district in all retail and office space in total. I mean, we have every empty office right now. We own every office business. We've consumed all of it. I mean, really the only things we don't own are obviously residential buildings, but I mean, they're crazy. Like 20 million for this dinky building. No, I'm good. I don't care about residential right now. They have zero incentive to do any real estate at the moment. So we're just going to stick with retail, to be quite honest, and in office. I mean, we make like $100 on property. So until property investment actually is a fleshed out business type in this game, it's not worth my time. It's not. It's just a vehicle for dumping money into, essentially, and that's it. Nothing else. So, although we haven't met our total goal for the garment district yet, we have accomplished quite a bit. We are now worth $201 million. We do have 80 businesses. However, we don't have 80 businesses currently running in totality. We still have the Murray businesses to do, but we'll get those taken care of here on the next episode for sure. For now, I think we're sitting pretty good with especially adding another 410 employees. That's how many employees I had to go through and individually put their schedules up together and everything, because we all know that the autofill is terrible. It doesn't work correctly. It doesn't work how I want it to. Is there easier ways to make the schedule? Well, sure. I mean, I could have a bunch of full-timers working, 12 hours a day, etc. But I'm still trying to keep to my core with the RP aspect of it, in that in a normal business, you wouldn't have your employees, typically speaking, in a retail environment, working multiple 12-hour days. That's usually a special circumstance. Normally they're 8-hour days for full-timers. And then obviously your part-timers, they may work 8 hours in a day, but only work the weekends, how I have it set up, essentially. So I'm trying to keep it within the realm of reality, essentially. But I think what I'll do moving into Murray and Midtown and Hell's Kitchen is I might start relenting and going towards a mindset of oh, there's a building. Going towards a mindset of just sucking it up and doing longer hours for full-timers and just trying to make it a little bit easier, because again, that took a very, very long time. So yeah. Anyway, if you like what you saw, obviously give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification button to get notifications on any future videos for Big Ambitions coming in. And of course, subscribe if you want to continue viewing the videos on my channel and following along. Once again, I thank everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.